You feel the vibe, everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by the 9 to 5, now I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby, I'm a ride in the tide in this crypto thing. As we walking through the mall, rolling up, getting ready to fucking call someone for more because we're running out, smoking out. What I get 2 grams, grind it up. I don't know if I have enough for you, you and me, but that's why they call it weed. If I got it, we got it. Come on and shout it. Someone's always got something to say, and if it's negative, I don't play. I don't really care what you say. I puff, and then I passed my ass right on the floor because my dumb ass couldn't fucking take no more. And this is the story that you can't ignore. Get by on the 9 to 5, now I'm feeling alive. Do you feel the vibe? Everybody around me gotta feel this way to fuck with me today. Oh, what do you say? I get by the 9 to 5, now I'm feeling alive and I got a no ride, but it's okay, baby, I'm a ride in the tide in this crypto thing. I think it's time to dollar cost average in. And if you don't know, that's a sin. Everywhere we begin.
Who works on that 9 to 5? Hardy har. Good morning. Wall Street Pete's sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Well, you buy the dip, take a sip. Let's figure this thing out. We talk about it every morning. All-time high subscribers. Thank you, Mr. Morris. Thank you, Mr. Sellner. None of this can be possible without the loved fans and followers that we have. And not such a fan, more of a following group, right? We're the Wolves of Wall Street together. No man is powerful as he possibly can be unless he has others. Put more and more people together, and you could become the strongest community, the strongest person or persons one can be. So come on over and join Wall Street Pete's Sick Dough in Crypto. Become a part of the Wolves. Wall Street Pete is breaking it down to you. There's lots of news to talk about this morning and how we may find ourselves all the way to 71,000. There is a reason why I'm talking about it and why it's on the table more and more than ever. And how at 92,000, well, we don't want to talk about that. That wasn't even the title, but that is the end result coming over for the next 6 months as Bitcoin is pregnant. So we'll talk more about that. Come on over, stop watching these videos, repeats. Come on over, hit the bell, all notifications, so when I come live like now, you're here watching a live video, and I can say, hey, Mr. Sellner, what's going on? So Sam Bankman-Fried, he got a couple people in trouble. I'm going to fix the thumbnail there, make it a little better, improve that. But Sam Bankman-Fried right now agrees to help FTX investors in lawsuit against Tom Brady, Trevor Lawrence, a few other people that were accepting cash, apparently. This is scary, guys. This is a scary world, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like and subscribe. We're going to talk about that. We're talking about some other things coming in. But what is going on is, of course, 25 years in jail. I would do whatever I can to get myself out, or at least help it get a little more lessened if we can. NFL legend, Brady. His ex-wife, Giselle, you can imagine how much that would help your marriage, right? What's going on right now. And Curb Your Enthusiasm, star David, along with Stephen Curry. These are some big names, right? Talking about some big guys here, and ladies and gentlemen, promoting FTX and are fighting lawsuits. So we'll talk more about that right now. And things you may not have known. Pretty exciting to hear from the other people getting involved that you may not have known. Well, according to the filing, those 3 have already begun. They were talking about the files and what's happening, but handing over information to prosecutors. As the Jacksonville Jaguars, you don't hear much about this, Trevor Lawrence, who in September 2022 got a $500,000 check from an FTX affiliate. Are you kidding me? In exchange for his endorsement. So this is what's going on, and he's saying that people must pay. He's not the only one. Why is he doing 25 years in jail? You're accepting money. It's a pretty scary world out there, so just be careful. You know, it does make sense because that was pretty bad. Bitcoin. We're running out of Bitcoin. There was pretty much a guess here that, well, in about 9 months, Bitcoin is going to be gone with no more. There will be no more Bitcoin. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I'm ass backwards this morning. But the Bitcoin supply to run out on exchanges in 9 months, that should be a big, big tip right there. We're going to have a baby in 9 months. That baby is going to explode out of Bitcoin, and the real price is going to start becoming more of a priced in. Bitcoin reserves in all centralized exchanges have been depleting faster, with only 2 million bitcoins left. If we assume a daily inflow of 500 million, as they've stopped right now, we're going to talk about that as well, to the Bitcoin spot ETFs, well, the equivalent of around 7,142 bitcoins will leave exchange reserves daily, suggesting that it will only take 9 months to consume all of the remaining reserves. So hit that like and subscribe for just hearing about this morning. There's a lot to talk about with that proceeding because roughly 12.1 billion at the end of the first quarter has been accumulated by BlackRock. So that's pretty big to hear. And a lot of people talk about what's going to happen on the quarter three, quarter four. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF records 69 consecutive day inflows. Nobody talks about this. This was just last week's news. Pretty exciting to hear, but what you're hearing now is the FUD, and that's all you're going to continue to hear is how, well, spot Bitcoin ETFs register 5-day withdrawals streak ahead of having, right? Nobody talked about the other stuff. We're going to sit here and talk about this. So pay attention as the FUD was going on. We're going to talk about in the charts how we do see a difference, and the inflows are negative for 4 or 5 days in a row, not the end of the world. And well, here's the Bitcoin balance and how much we have left on the exchange. As you can see over time, how that is becoming less and less. And like I said, there's only about 2 million left to be mined. So the scarcity and everything that having happened, we have yet to see the price reflect off any of the demand and this having. So get excited for that. My name is Wall Street Pete, Sick Dough in Crypto. And as we sit here and talk, I want you to listen to this real quick. And just before we start, I want you to listen to this gentleman. Forget his name, but he's going to talk a little bit about the ETF. And he's involved. He's not allowed to tell you, but yet he does give you information. Isn't this wild?
To the ETF conversions. And so I'm wondering, Matt, you know, a lot of people were already positioning for the next ETF, an ETH ETF, but the VanEck CEO recently said that he thinks that the application will be rejected. What are your thoughts on whether or not that will actually happen? That was the next great catalyst, supposedly, in terms of the next crypto to see that big run.
Yeah, we have a filing at the SEC right now for an Ethereum ETF, so I can't speak to that specific filing. But I think actually the bigger catalyst is still with Bitcoin itself. The biggest unlock is coming probably in Q3 and Q4 when the major wirehouses.
Red flag number one. She asked him about Ethereum. What did he do? He started talking about Bitcoin. Ethereum's not the ETH ETF doesn't seem too important to him. Keep going.
Is turn on access to Bitcoin. So we haven't really even got through the full totality of the Bitcoin ETF launch. I think we will get an Ethereum ETF eventually. I think it'll be, maybe later this year, maybe early next year, and that will be exciting as well. But there's a lot more to come on Bitcoin specifically. There's a lot of reasons to be excited about Bitcoin specifically before we move on to the next thing, which is Ethereum.
So that tells me that May comes, Ethereum is going to be delayed. He knows too much. Spot Bitcoin ETF flows fall again. And like I said, this is all you keep hearing. It's getting crazier and crazier. So I find this to be very interesting. We'll get into the charts, probably your most favorite part of the video. And you can see here, this is a 4-hourly. So we're paying attention to 4-hourly time, long, boring sideways action. And like I said, we've done this before. This is no surprise. Bitcoin likes to find a range when it settles, right? A lot of things are happening. You can see there's some type of a range right about there. And this is really, really brief, so please take it with a grain of salt. But you can see the range in the red line here, what happened. Bitcoin's kind of replicating that, as you can see up here at a higher price range. And then as you can see even more as you break it down, you can see here are the prices, 71,500. Looks like we're going to get a repeat of the range in here. And if we actually don't do that, well, then we're going to come all the way back up to 69,000 for sure. Definitely test 69,000. That's a fact, Jack. That's why I said if we finished the daily candle yesterday, it was so important because we would have kept going and we would have went parabolic, which is showing a supply-demand shock, which I'm trying to explain to everybody. So 69,000 price is very important to break above. As we were talking about 68,000, well, now the threshold gets a little higher because things have changed and we need more price action. So this is what we're looking at right now is Bitcoin going sideways, boring sideways action. If we get to the daily now, we can see a little bit more of what we're talking about. You can see exactly what happened and what went on here. So we're going to talk about that as a breakdown. We were saying here, and let me get it to the 4-hourly again, I'm sorry, because that was where it's found. If you look here, and I'm going to get rid of the indicators, you can see the reversal. What's happening on the reversal? What are we looking at? How do you see that? You can see here what's going on. We got our triple top, right? Can we all confirm? We see a triple top pretty much in there. That's understood. Now, what we're going to see from here is that kind of left shoulder-like inverse head area, looking for the dip of the right shoulder here. That's pretty much where I think we are at in this particular pattern. So we could get a right shoulder. And where is the right shoulder target? Of course, 71,000, excuse me. So that's kind of where I'm getting this from. And as you can see, the shoulder does need to dip back to get a double bottom here, which is probably around 65,000. So that is my max pain for this current trend. I would say that we cannot fall below that. If we fall below the 65,000 and finish a daily candle or 4-hourly even, we will continue to come down and definitely touch support one more time at the 61.7. So ultimately, two things I'll be looking out for. I'll be looking out for us to break above the 71,300. That's the most important price level I need to see break above. And the second one is, we talked about it over and over, and I'm not going to do it no more, but these are your two big indicators for Bitcoin. There's only two things going on. Those are the two you need to pay attention to. Look how beautiful this drop looks like for another pop. We'll see. Do we get another double top there? That's scary. We'll see. But what I was looking at is this. I said on a weekly, what happened? Well, seemed like during this trend line, what did we receive? And we're only talking about from this reversal, there is a 22% move, just about 20% after we get to the top. There it is, boom, 21. It's not going to change, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. And I promise you, it's not going to change. This may not even be that low, is it? Oh, there it is, 20%. So I want people to understand, I'm not going to harp on this too much. We actually did the video a while ago, but look at this. 22%, 20% every time. Top to bottom, boom, 20%. We have yet to do that for this particular moment. So pay attention, definitely to mention. I want people to see that there has not been a 20%. So I am still strongly thinking, okay, well, is there going to be a 20% fall? And if it does, well then, ladies and gentlemen, if that really is happening, we're going to find that 56,000 Bitcoin. So it's not off the table. It's not off the table, but at this current time, it is getting less and less likely. It's not off the table, because what we see here, and let me show you what you see here on a weekly, because this takes obviously a longer term time frame to develop. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but that's where your chance of that is happening. That is what you'll start to see. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be happy after this. Don't get me wrong, the sky's not falling. A lot of people are talking very stupid, saying 40,000. Or, I mean, maybe it's not stupid. We're talking cryptocurrency here. Nothing is stupid when you start talking about prices, unless you're saying it's going to zero. Now, I'll say you're being stupid. So, my name is Wall Street Pete, Sickdo in Crypto. We have a variety of ranges of what could happen. This is just preparing you. What I think can happen, really want to get to a better timestamp, want to get to a better, hey, let's peek at what we're seeing here. Well, we could see it here on the daily, get some indicators, right? EMA, Bollinger Bands before we go, and then we'll see what's really happening. You can see here even on the daily. We're getting super tight, so we're getting a moment of a breakout any point in time. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the breakout is coming to the upside, I believe. So 71,000 is my price. After that, I'm not sure, but if we do break above the 71,000, you will see 85 to 92,000 cryptocurrency Bitcoin. I'd hate to be the guy to say I told you so. That's why we get in. We dollar cost average. If you take 73,700 top to the local bottom, we made a 19% drop. No. Let me see. I love it. I'm not going to say no right now. Hold up. Let me look. But my point is that we've yet to see a 20% drop. So that's very important to tell you here. We've yet to see a 20% drop. Let me go pull this up. I'll show you right now. Before we go, it's very important to understand what's happening. Very, very important to understand what's happening. We have a Coinbase one? All right, I drew all over it. I don't care. We'll get rid of it. Let's see. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it, right? We're on a daily, right? This is a pretty good, accurate chart here. Okay, Here we go. And I'm at the 73,800 to be precise. And if you look right now, you're very precise, my brother. Very good job. But it doesn't really matter, because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a 20+% move. So a lot of them that we've received, and yeah, this is why this could be it. So what are we looking at? Well, I'm looking at a daily bottom, and it's called a double daily bottom, right? Double daily, this ain't Jeopardy. But you can see what's going on, and it's kind of a slight down, so it kind of concerns me. But what do you see? I see this channel here that is developing. And this channel right here that is developing is looking really strong. And that will be a bull flag. That's a humongous bull flag. So if anybody wants to go do their homework, you can do that right after the channel. Go look up what bull flags look like, and you'll probably find a pattern similar to this right here. And, well, if I were to tell you where that price is going, I told you already where it was going. So 92,000. That's exactly what we were looking at. And if this does this to 92, then this is the exact chart and daytime I was looking at. Be curious to see if that actually happens. Right now, 71,000 is the automatic confirmation for me that's coming to the break. I'm just curious if that's what we do get. I'm just very curious. And yeah, TA is a beautiful thing. I'm off a tiny bit, but that's how you get 92,000 Bitcoin. So I'm just letting you know right now that this is actually coming. We have 6 to 9 months to get as much as we can as this trend proceeds to give you what you need. My name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. If you want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto, you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, hit that bell all notification. And thank you so much. Hater Gonna Cry. I love it. I love the name. That's an awesome name. He said, we already hit down 19% drop. Guess what? You were correct, my friend. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. We're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about Sam Bankman-Fried bringing down some of the best. And wow, Trevor Lawrence, took $500,000. You just took it. Don't you realize, and I want people to understand, when it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Imagine someone coming to you saying, hey, I have $500 million. You're really not sure what's going on. It's cryptocurrency. Let's be real. He didn't know exactly what the fuck we were talking about at the time. $500,000, let's go. 2022, the guy didn't have great contracts, or maybe I was wrong, but he was fairly new into the system still. I think, what is it, 2019 draft pick? I'm guessing. And if I'm on the money with that, that's awesome, but I doubt it. I'm only good with movies. If you ever watch a movie and say, hey, when was that movie made? All I do is think back when I was a little kid and I went to the movie theaters, or when I was an older adult. And I think of that time, and bam, I was right on the fucking money. I'm telling you, I'm always within a year of when the movie was made, what year it came out. I don't know how I do it, but that's how I do it. I'm just saying I don't know how it is that accurate. Let's say that. My name is Wall Street Pete, Wall Street Pete, sick dough crypto. If you want to learn more, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone. I was just going to say, I hope this channel can get to 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 subscribers, so one day we can give back to the community more and more. If you're a new subscriber, we actually try to raffle off money, prizes once in a while, but we're not really going to be able to do that on a regular basis until we grow to the expectations of what we need to get to. So it's very important. Every video, you hit the like button, you watch it through. If you only watch a 10-second video and it's a 20-minute video, it's going to hurt the algorithm. But more importantly, be careful trading, my friends. Peace in and peace out. Love you guys very much. Support each other. Let's stop the hate. I actually love the name. And if only more people thought that way, this would be a better world. Now, let me ask you something. Does anybody know why grayscales is so bad? Listen to this. I just found out today, and I hate to say it that I'm saying it now. I just seen it written down. Grayscales, they pay to transfer the Bitcoin 1.5%. Do you know what BlackRock charges? 6 times less. Does anybody know what 6 times less of 1.5% is? It's 0.25%. That's what BlackRock charges compared to Grayscales. Grayscales is going to be done with Bitcoin pretty soon. And every time that the Bitcoin flow goes negative, the inflows go negative, I'll tell you right now, we get that supply shock. We've never had it to where the price was at all-time highs so far. We've never had it to where the situation we're in right now. So it's pretty interesting. But I'm going to stop rambling. You guys have a fantastic day. I want to keep this short as possible. Take care, everyone. Trade safe. And do not click on links. Do not give anyone information. Oh, where are you from? Huh? What's your biggest holding? Like, all these things are like fishing for your information. Like, I don't know if you realize that, but that's what people do. Hey, where are you from? What's your favorite restaurant? Oh, the one in Camden? Blah, blah, blah. Camden, New Jersey. Oh, shit, I used to be from there. Yeah, I got my sister. Her name is blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, they got your whole password. Take care, guys.